My name is Karl Deutsch. I'm a graphic designer, and this segment is on how to design a good poster. Okay, so when you think about good poster design, you think instantly of images, but you need to think about how to apply text to those images as well. So what I'm going to show you here, I have a poster that I've designed, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through some of the decisions as to why I did what and where. So again, you have a nice, clean, striking image. It's a nice car at an airport, but including all of the text that somehow fits in there that keeps in mind your elements of hierarchy and placement and flow as well. So here, the main thing that you see there is Sun River Festival of Cars. And I butted that right up against that line up there to sort of show Sun River kind of coming off of that image. So instead of just leaving it right here, which is a little more boring, I sort of had it bleed into that image area right in here. Festival of Cars is sort of blending in with the clouds, kind of tucked behind it to give it a little bit of dimension. And then, so that's the kind of the main sort of masthead or headline of the poster. Then your eye flows down into September 17th through 19th, so the dates, that's sort of the next most important. And then the nice image of that Porsche, and then onto German sports cars. A lot of times, not a lot of time, but often you run into events that are sponsored by specific companies, and in this case it's a lot of car dealerships, and they're going to want to have their logo on everything that's associated with this show. So to try to figure out a way to get them not only on the poster, but in a place that's prominent enough for them to be happy with the money that they're spending on being a sponsor, but also to do it so it's not so in your face that that's an overwhelming design element. So that's sort of a balancing act right there. You kind of really need to be careful how you do that, because the sponsors are very sensitive to that. They spend a lot of money on these. So incorporating logos, in this case, this logo was a little challenging because it's so bright and red, and the rest of this is kind of blue, but tucking it up there I think helps, and that's a location that they're happy with having it too. So as a designer, you really have to take a lot of elements into consideration, not only design, but it's sort of designed by committee sometimes. Someone has to approve it, and you may have to make changes that you're not really happy with, but in the end, it is really their product, their product. So you do need to go kind of with what they like as well. My name is Karl Deutsch. I'm a graphic designer, and that segment was on how to design a good poster.